The learning Zili Nishmas Etta Ahuva Bas Yaakov Mesachel Sanhedrin Perik Hey Mishna Aleph Hayiboidkin Oisan B'Sheva Chakiris. We said that this is by Didi Nefashas. They were boidik the Eidim with 7 Chakiris. What are the 7 Chakiris? Be'ezah Shavua, which cycle of Shemitah? Be'ezah Shana, which year of Shemitah? Be'ezah Chodesh, which month? Be'kama b'Chodesh, what day of the month? Be'ezah Yom, what day of the week? Be'ezah Shah, what hour? Be'ezah Makim, and which place? The Gemara learns out the 7 Chakiras because it says Drisha v'Chakira 7 times, 3 Parshias in Aaron Idachas, in Edim Zoymim, and by Avodah Zarah. And we learn out Gzeir Shava that you learn all 7 Chakiras. The Rabbi Yossi argues and says Be'ezah Yom, Be'ezah Shah, Be'ezah Makom. All you need to ask is what day of the week, what hour, and what place. The Gemara explains that Rabbi Yossi holds that most times a person comes and says Eidus, he says it happened yesterday. So you don't need to ask him the first 4 questions because we already know from what he said it happened yesterday. Mashiach Tanakama held Ramin Alek Reb Shimon ben Elazar. Reb Shimon ben Elazar held that we matriach the Eidim, we move them from one place to another, and this way that hopefully they'll be chayzer from the Eidus. So here as well, even though we already know when it happened, we still ask them to this way, hopefully by us asking them so many questions, they'll be chayzer. Rashi asked a question on the Tanakama that if you already know which day of the month it is, so you know which day of the week it is, Rashi says that the purpose of the 7 Chakiris is for Hazama, like we'll learn in Mishnah Gimel, and therefore, if the Eidim, the Mazimim, only know maybe what day of the week and they're not sure what day of the month, so by being more specific what day of the week it is, they'll be able to bring them to Hadzama. The Mishnah continues now. Makirin Atem Oisei, do you recognize him? Hitartem boy, did you give him Hasra? So Rashi explains that these are not the Chakiras, these are now Bedikas. Other Rishonim hold that maybe they're a little bit more serious than Bedikas, but Rashi learns they're already Bedikas, regular Bedikas, and the point of Bedikas is to be Machish the Eidim, that maybe one won't say like the other, and they'll be Mevatel the Eidus, and this way the person will become Pater. All this is Al Tzvei Hitzilu Eidah, because you want to save the Nefesh if he Taka didn't kill anyone. Ha'ovid Avodah Zarah, if someone was Ovid Avodah Zarah, you ask him, is mi avad of a ma avad? What type of Avodah Zarah did you go serve, and how did you serve it? With shchita or by bowing down to it? Mishnah Beis Kalamar bedikas harezeh meshubach. The more bedikas you ask, the more it is, because you'll be able to machish the eidim if they're not saying the truth. Ma'aso badik ben Zakkai beuksei teinim. There was a case that Ben Zakkai even was boidik with the stem of the fig if it was thin or thick. The Mishnah Ma bein chakiras lebedikas. What's the difference? Chakiras echad oimer eni yedei edusam betela. Bedikas echad oimer eni yedei afilu shnayim oimer eni yedei edusam kayemes. By bedikas you could say eni yedei and it's still mekuyim. The only problem is only if you're machish each other, like the Mishnah ends off echad chakiras ve'echad bedikas mash machishin is as edusam betela. If they're machish each other is batal, but if you say eni yedei then it's not a problem. Mashen came by the 7 Chakiras. If they say any Yedeya, then it's bata. Why? Because the whole purpose of the 7 Chakiras is to bring them Lidei Hazama, like we said earlier in the Mishnah. It's learned out from the Psukim that says V'darshu Hashevtim Heitav Yini 8 Sheker 8, and afterwards it says V'asisim Loikash Hazama. And we darshan in Eidish Yat Yachal Lekayim Bateres Hazama Have Eidis, and if not. And Kol Zman that you don't know exactly when it was and in what place it was, then you can't bring them lidei hazama.